Wi-Fi. It's something that all of us are utilizing pretty much on a day in and day out basis. Every single one of our devices, whether we're talking about our smartphones, our tablets, our consoles, our TVs, or of course the Internet of Things, utilizes Wi-Fi. At the same time, while it's awesome to be able to all of these devices, we're also running into more problems when it comes to being able to provide the range and the speed for those devices within our households. Now this is where of course routers come into play at being able to give you a wide degree of coverage as well as great performance and great features. But at the same time, the reality of the world sets in many scenarios where sometimes you're going to have limitations based on the environment, the location, or a number of other factors that ultimately negate your ability to have a great Wi-Fi experience. And this is where repeaters or Wi-Fi range extenders come into play. And we're going to be talking about the best of the best when it comes to these guys in the form of the RP-AC68. Now, while it's got a pretty technical sounding name, one of the things that I think is actually not technical is its look and feel. It's got a really minimalistic design, it's fresh and it's modern. One of the things that I really like most about it is actually the inclusion of the red accent LED, which I think gives it a really nice look and feel to it, especially if you go ahead and incorporate in something like a home entertainment living room environment, or you've got your gaming setup, something along those lines. It's going to have a really nice look to it. At the same time, if you don't necessarily always want that LED on, you can go ahead and quickly disable it by just touching the front facade here of the range extender. So moving to the connections, if we take a look here at the back of the unit, right off at the top we have the WPS button, which is going to be for quick pairing with your router. Directly below that you've got easy to read LED indicators to let you know how close you are in terms of the signal strength to your router. Below that you've got your power button, and then directly below that you have the actual power jack itself. Now on the opposite side of the unit you've got 5 gigabit Ethernet ports, so that's going to be fantastic when you're using this unit as a media bridge or as a wireless wired adapter. And then lastly, down there at the bottom you've got that USB 3 port. So getting into what's most important when it comes to a range extender is going to be really range and performance. And so with this unit, we've got flagship level performance, not only in terms of the range, but also in terms of the speeds. So this is an AC1900 range extender. Now what does that ultimately mean? That's talking about the amount of bandwidth that you can provide to your Wi-Fi network. Now while of course the real world numbers are going to be far lower than the 1900 that it advertises, it's still going to be very impressive. In actuality, even at great distances, you're going to usually have somewhere between about 2 to as much as 5 times the speed of a 10100 Ethernet cable. So whether you're talking about streaming high definition video, low latency gaming, or being able to, of course, socially share high resolution content, you're going to have a great experience in doing that with a repeater like the AC68. Now beyond performance, another equally important area when it comes to your Wi-Fi network is going to be the seamlessness of that network and the experience that you're going to have for your connected devices. Now in most situations when you're going to be rolling out some form of a range extender, you want to be able to ensure that the experience you have from moving from your router to your range extender is going to be as seamless as possible. Historically, this hasn't been the case. You usually have had to manually switch from one network to the other to be able to make sure that you're getting the best signal and therefore the best connected experience. But now with ASUS's exclusive roaming assist technology, you're going to be able to go ahead and have your device automatically shift to whichever one of these is going to be providing you the best signal. Moving beyond Wi-Fi, the RP-AC68 brings actually some pretty interesting connectivity to the table in the form of 5 gigabit Ethernet ports. Now this is actually going to be something that you might think would be more akin to being on a router. And why would you ask, would it be present on a range extender? Well, the reason being is that in some situations you might actually need a wireless wired Ethernet adapter. While this sounds a little bit like a misnomer, it can actually be very handy for a number of different devices, especially in the living room. Such things as, let's say, like your HDPC, a gaming box, a console, or let's say your television, where they have an Ethernet port, but you want to be able to supply them with an ultra high speed level of connectivity. And that's exactly what this range extender is going to be able to afford to you. Now for users that want to be able to connect more than one device, this is where the media bridge mode comes into play. And this unit essentially receives your ultra high pipeline in terms of the speed from your router and then distributes it to up to 5 different devices that are all connected in your network. Keeping in the theme of physical connectivity, this unit also comes equipped with a USB 3 port. Now where things get interesting is this just allows you to go ahead and have attached storage, which is directly available to you on your wired or essentially wireless network. So that if you want to go ahead and have quick backups, that's one way you could go. But you can also utilize the AiCloud app to stream, sync, and share all your content, not only in your internal network, but also externally, so that you can have all your files externally available to you on your smartphone or your tablet, whether we're talking about your documents, your music, or your movies, or your latest photos. Wrapping things up, I think you can definitely see that the RP-AC68 brings a whole lot more to the table than just being able to give you a great improvement in terms of not only the range, but also the speeds that you can have on your Wi-Fi network. So If you guys are interested in finding out a lot more about ASUS's line of networking products, as well as other ASUS products in general, make sure to click that subscribe button, as well as check out our other social media channels. So with that, as always, take care, take it easy, and enjoy the rest of your day.